in a winter mode. Let me give you some summer mode.
Okay, so I've started the recording part and I will go on Facebook now. Okay, you guys? Getting ready here. Okay, I will go to ENAGIC web system. That's where I want to post this.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, Danny.
Okay. Is there an echo?
Sounds good.
All right. So whenever you want to start, I'm good.
We're just turning on live right now. Uh-oh. Okay, what did I just do? Said live on Facebook. Sharing your timeline in a group. ENAGIC web system connection. Next. Almost there. Oh, I think we're live.
I don't see the live button yet.
It's taking a bit of
It's thinking.
thinking. It's getting there. There it is. Okay.
Is Arthur on yet?
I don't see him yet, Danny.
Let me see if I can add him on this call. Hold on.
Okay. You see it somewhere? Facebook Live? It's now streaming. Yes.
Oh, it is live. It is live.
It is live. We're live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, Global ENAGIC family, to yet another Back to Basic webinar. We are so thrilled that you are joining us, guys. We have a value-packed episode today. We have the amazing Danny Johnson. He is going to be sharing about the compensation plan. So come with your pen and paper, ready to take notes, ready to ask questions, because we really want to help you to advance your business forward and really giving you the basics. And so we also have a surprise speaker. I don't know if you know that Danny also has a twin. So is that Eric or Arthur? Eric?
Arthur.
I actually, the first time I met them, I got the Johnson hug. I don't know if you've ever got the Johnson hug, but I had both of them. It was amazing. They are good huggers, I will tell you that. But we were just so blessed to have them on today. So Cammie, I'm going to turn it over to you, and you can explain a little bit more about what we're doing.
Okay. Thank you, Sharon. And by the way, you guys, there are 3 hosts in this Back to Basic. Back to Basic series, and we are in number 3 now. And you're feedbacking, Danny.
You want me to hang up?
Okay.
I think he just needs to mute himself for right now.
Because there's a big echo, Arthur.
Yeah.
So if you're on another phone, you got to hang up on one of them.
Okay. All right. So shall I just continue? Let's give it a try, okay? So there are 3 co-hosts in the Back to Basic series, and that's Sharon Wiley Minard, Betty Princetaw Robinson, who's going to be our lead host tonight, and myself. We come from 3 different branches, 3 different sponsorships, but we decided to unite because we want to work together and just also to make sure we're following one of Mr. Oshiro's motto is to unify, and that's part of the program here is working together with different groups of branches within the ENAGIC distributorship system. Also, I would say we have decided to do a back to basics because many of the people we met on a day-to-day basis are already distributors, but they have difficulties maneuvering through the waters of ENAGIC because either they lack in training or they have no leadership before them or just needing a little bit of a push and help. And this is part of that, the goal of this series, right? To help our beginners, to help those who are lagging behind, to help those who want to move forward as slow or fast as they can, learn through the basic trainings that we've all gone through, right? Sometimes we forget, and we should never forget where we came from when we started with ENAGIC, because we're not here where we are right now if we didn't start somewhere. And I'm sure everyone in this audience right now is agreeing with me. So we're caring for the platoons, so to speak, okay? Before the generals became generals, they were also in the platoon. So that's where we are right now in the thread of this series. We rise by lifting others, and one of our motto is treat people as if they were what they ought to be, and you help them to become what they are capable of being. And that's what we are for each other as a ENAGIC family. We help each other grow together, learn together, move forward and upward together. Slow, whatever pace you're in, it's okay. And so today we're having the Johnson brothers. That's our surprise. Arthur is with us, as well as Danny. We have the twins, the ENAGIC twins, and so that's very exciting. The plan was for compensation plan, 8-point system distribution, as well as policies and procedures. But we're opening the mic to them, and they can speak of whatever they want to speak. So, Danny, before we do that, let me please transfer over the hosting to our actual lead host, Betty Princetaw Robinson. She is the godmother of all Karen group of people, the Burmese group. They're now called from Myanmar. Burma is now Myanmar. And there's a huge contingent of Myanmar distributors in ENAGIC, and Betty and her mom are the pioneers. They're the godmothers of the Karen family within the ENAGIC system. So I'm very proud to welcome as our lead host tonight, Betty Princetaw Robinson. You go, girl. It's all yours.
Wow, what amazing introduction, Auntie. Thank you so much. I feel so honored. Well, we get to our places through God, but God brings people in your life, and you got to do it teamwork together. And I appreciate you, Auntie and Sharon, for leading this and allowing me to be part of this program for everybody as well. And so thank you guys for everyone hopping in. Welcome to everybody worldwide. Today we have a special friend as well to get on. When she's ready, she'll come on. But pretty much our basics, I believe Auntie Kim will talk about compensation plan. But so with the basic of compensation plan, I don't believe in I don't have money. When I first started, that was like the only thing brainwashed me. So for me to continuing to do this now for 8 years and see a lot of success, and I don't know what success to you is. Success to me is survival, not $1 million house, not fancy car, not 20,000 vacation. But if that's for you, that's awesome. So I'm a refugee resettlement from Burma, Myanmar, 1993, the first uprising. I fled Burma. Now there's a second uprising happening right now. So that's the country I'm from. And so I'm asking everybody for prayers. Other than that, our culture, Karen is the native of Burma. We have been forced out of our country, literally, and it's happening also right now, to migrate and become refugees in other countries. By grace of God, we have another chance. So what I do in my back to basics with compensation is, in the beginning, as a new distributor 8 years ago, I was afraid to talk about it because of what background we come from. So what I want to encourage you guys is that whatever background you come from or however you started, don't let your past overpower you, because the reason 99% of my network is refugee resettlement. I have maybe 10 American or other culture in my network, and my network is pretty abundant. Thank God, praise the Lord. So how am I able to teach and share this basic, back to basic information with people who don't even speak English, but want health, opportunity, and also success in a new country, right? So I'm a big believer, so I really focus on the word and God. And when we ask for God to give us, we must move with our hands and feet, not just our mouth. So that's how I teach my simple basics up to my Korean community. Now we are worldwide, all the way to Finland, Norway, Sweden. And so it's very exciting. And I'm excited that Danny is going to explain the comp plan of the ENAGIC web system. And I have a lot of questions. So I'm excited for everybody to learn along our side. And again, do not allow where you come from, I know you heard this all the time, but I want to remind you that, because I am a resettlement refugee and I am working with majority resettlement refugee, and they're almost 6 days. So it's an unlimited opportunity with ENAGIC, just with a basic, simple step that we're encouraging everybody to just, I always tell myself, I'm 1A. I'm a beginner. So when you're a beginner, you're continuously learning, right? So I'm excited that we're gonna learn the basic foundation of compensation plan. And then after that, I'm really excited to hear everybody's questions. So I will do my best to be the best host. Please give me your grace, because this is my first time of hosting. I've come in a lot of time, but so I'm really excited to have you guys here and meet everyone. Thank you so much. Up to, I'm waiting for my, one of my friend to hop on. I wanted to, we have her as a guest to speak on today, but I haven't seen her come in yet. So a little bit about her background is that, oh, what happened? I couldn't find her. It's all right. I wanted to introduce you this one young girl. She bought a machine last year just through Facebook. And within a year, she was able to achieve 15 sales, all on her own. No Zoom, maybe once a month or every other month, messenger call with me, filling out paperwork. I just screenshot, send it to her. And our culture, we don't speak English or read English very well yet. So we're very shy, and it's not that we're willing to learn, but what has opened up my mind is that, wow, I've been doing this for almost 8 years. Here comes a new girl who, very young people are not as open-minded, but she's very young and wanted this so, like, she wanted the health so bad. And then when she saw that opportunity that I just keep talking, because I'm on Facebook Live all the time, she decided to do it. And within, not, she hasn't even been a year yet. In April, it'll be a year. She's achieved 15 sales on her own, paperwork on her own. And so it brings me more joy and excitement that we can allow to share this with any culture, any level of education, just as long as we are able to support system is important, right? So I don't see her getting on here yet, but I'm just going to talk about her. And the reason she's motivated is because we all know when our body changes, we want to share, but we get shy, we get oppressed, we get knives thrown at us. Stop believing in people's opinion. Do you. Focus on God, do you. And she did that. And that was for me, I'm witnessing that. And it's been such a blessing. So continue to learn. Sharon wrote a book about our brain. Get on that. We have to constantly absorb things, the opposite things that society is giving us. So that way we can be our own choice of freedom, our own choice of success. Whatever country you're in, whatever situation you're in. Okay, so thank you so much. I don't see her coming on board yet, so I just talked about her, but I do have one of my first downline. Her name is Ekusa. She literally allowed me to learn my culture because I grew up here. The only connection I have with my culture is language. So when my culture started accepting me as this, also talking about this product, I learned back my language even better and the culture and understanding the history even better. And so Eku is on the Zoom. Eku not on the camera, Mode. Eku, please show your face too if you can. She is my one top leader. We work together side by side, support. And so doing this is not me. Like Auntie Kemi said, we're all doing this together so that way we all can hear different side. And so she has brought us many, like teaching of how culture to culture is so different. But guess what, guys? She was able to share this water with village that didn't even have electricity. So how do we do that? We got a generator. We don't even have running water. They start taking bamboo pipes, connecting them so they can have water resources. Water resources, generator, and a little pump. Started at K8. Now village, a remote area, is drinking Kangen water. They don't even know what motor cars are. They're still on their feet, planting food. So the fact that we can get to those people and they can find a way to get water, even yet Kangen water, y'all, unlimited. So thank you, Ekisa. She's on here as well. So we want to encourage everybody to be just do you, and those who will understand will do them, and then we just guide each other and support each other. So thank you so much for your time, you guys. If any questions, I'm excited to wait for you guys' questions. And so okay, so I'm done. I don't have another person to introduce because my friend didn't come in. So I'll go back to I'll share it back to Sharon. I believe it's your turn, right? And Sharon, you're nothing but grace and amazing. Thank you so much for always being that person. I know it's hard to absorb a lot and express it back out. So I appreciate you. It is changing lives. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for that incredible story. I mean, none of us have an excuse. I mean, my gosh, bamboo pipes and a generator. And we think that we complain and think we have it hard. No way. So, what amazing examples we have of what is possible, what is truly possible. And again, we're just really honored to have Danny and Arthur on today. So Danny, if you are ready, we'd love to hear you begin to break down this comp plan for us.
Is Arthur on? Just out of curiosity. Arthur? Tammy, is Arthur on?
Yes, he's here with us.
I can't hear him.
He might be muted.
Arthur, speak up.
He's muted.
Is he muted?
Yes, he has to unmute himself.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Oh, good. Great. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Arthur.
Thanks for inviting us, and we're going to do our best to keep it simple, easy, and have everyone teach us back. Hello?
Yes, we're listening
Yep.
to you. We're seeing you.
Okay, great. So, Danny, you want to go ahead, and I'll jump in when and where you want me to jump in.
Okay, so I am on your screen, everyone. It's just that if I talk on my tablet, you'll hear an echo. So the little phone insignia that's talking is so that we don't have a reverb. Okay, so just look at me here. there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you're going back to basics, and the reason why is that Arthur and I have done these videos on YouTube, basically back to basics and teaching distributors how to be distributors. And one of the most basic things out there is that the binary system. And the binary system is two. So Mr. Oshido started this business as a binary. And in order for you to get out of that 1A leg of yours, how many people do you have to sponsor? Or how many machines do you need to buy? And that's two. And a lot of times we forget that the first two people we put in, they need to do the same thing you did. And they need to duplicate themselves. And so by not having them duplicate themselves, you are actually taking yourself out of maybe your first 6A position. And so by jumping into 2A without helping your first two people achieve their first two tails, you're actually shortchanging yourself one, out of considerable amount of money, and the considerable growth that your 1A position would be going through. Would you agree, Arthur?
I totally agree. You know, I've been in this company for over 16 years, and Mr. Oshido always, when he used to do the seminars and training himself, he would always tell everyone the ideal way to build this business is with a team, and you need to start your team with your two 1A positions. And so from there, you know, it's basically getting your two to get their two. And you want to do this in the beginning so you can all help each other grow the business and know who everyone is, because that's team building. And knowing your people is part of the team. And if everyone is on the same page and doing the same type of business, then you're guaranteed success. Because in the beginning, I knew people who would go 6A just from their first two people. They didn't go 2A, 3A, 4A, and 5A. They actually built their business on their two 1A legs and went 6A a year later. Now, you know, is that going to get you a lot of money? No. But does that build you a good team? Absolutely. You know, because once you go 6A, your people are going to go 6A right behind you. So, you know, this is something that it's not taught, but this is what Mr. Oshido believes in. And of course, he wants you to work your business the way you have your business and work your business. But the basics is right there in front of you. Work your two 1As first, and then move on and grow.
Arthur.
Yes. Yes.
Do you want us to show your marketing video actually, and you annotate from there?
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and show it?
Yeah. So there's visual. Okay. So
Yes,
hey guys, we're gonna be posting now the video from Arthur on YouTube. All right. Give me just a second. We'll screen share.
Hi, welcome back. My name is Arthur Johnson, and I'm going to be your host to talk about the ENAGIC marketing plan. It is a patented marketing plan only by ENAGIC. Here's the great thing about this. It's an 8-point plan, 8-point basic commission. We have 6 levels for you to move up because we originally started as a binary company, and then we added this hybrid matrix. So we're going to go ahead and explain this business and take it from here. So you want to start, here we go, our two 1A positions. To get here, you need to sell a machine in your 1A, 1A. Now here, you notice the 1, that is your multiplier. So for a K8 machine, we pay $340, and you sell one machine and another machine here. Now we're just going to pretend that everyone loves K8 and that's all they can buy. And so when you sell your first 1A position, you make $340. You sell another K8 in your 1A position, you make another $340. Now remember I told you it's 8 points. That means anything that sells within your 8 levels here, 8 points, you get paid $340. So what do I mean? How do you do that? Well, actually, you sell it to Joe. Joe sells it to Mike. When Joe sells it to Mike, he makes $340. You make $340 off of Mike's sale. Well, Joe sells to Mike. Now Mike sells it to Sue, and they make $340. Everyone makes $340. You make $340. So that's how this works. Now, when you get to your third direct sale, you jump to what we call 2A. So it's a promotion. You get stepped up. 2 is your multiplier. So you sell directly in your 2A spot. You take 2 times $340. You now make $680. Now remember, we only pay 8 points. And if there's 2 points left throughout the stage here, throughout the levels, you get paid $680. Unfortunately, down to the 8th level, there's only 1 point left. So you only make $340, right? Because 8 minus 7 is 1, boom, $340. Well now, how do we move on? Well here's the thing. You need a total of 10 group sales through your 1A and 2A legs. Your number 11th, your 11th sale promotes you to 3A. This is cool because now you take 3 times $340. How much do you make? You make $1,020 per sale, right? And then on the next sale underneath that, you make $1,020. That gets paid down to the 6th level, right? Because there's 3 points left over to pay. When you get to the 7th, it's like this one before. The 7th level, there's only $680. And the 8th level, there's only $340. Because there's only what? There's only 8 points, remember? Now, how do you move on? Well, so now instead of 10, you get a mass of 20. Now, you could actually have all 20 here, and you could jump to 4A, but here we're showing you that you can do 20 in your total sale. Your 21st sale will promote you to 4A. I love this because why? 4 times $340 pays you $1,360. Man, that's enough to go on a date, especially in LA, right? Costs about $1,000 everything. Anyway, so you get your 21st sale, and anything within your 5th level, you get paid $1,360, and then we go down again, 1,020, 680, 340, 6, 7, and 8. So yes, imagine, now you want to go 5A. 5A, you need 50 total in your sales here. Your 51st sale then qualifies to make you a 5A, and that pays you $1,700. Who could use an extra $1,700? That's right, we all could. And all it took was getting 51 sales with everyone pitching in. You did not sell all 51. Here, by this time, you've only sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 direct sales. Okay? So your 51st, 1,700 down to the 4th level, and then it decreases to your 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. This is the final goal. We want to go 6A. What happens when we go 6A? Well, now we need to go 101 sales. You get 101 sales, you get $340 times 6. Remember, that's your multiplier. So you make $2,040 on that sale. The K costs $59.80. You get paid $2,040 off that sale. Your 7th direct sale, which is your 101st, okay, or beyond, will pay you $2,040. Now, because you've already paid out 6 points down to the 3rd level, you start decreasing the available points left. Then from that point, it drops down from 17, 13, 16,
this is what it pays out. You go 6A, and that's what you want to do. And anytime you do a direct sale as a 6A, you will always get paid $2,040. Okay, however, our goal, your goal, is to go 6A too.
Okay.
So you don't just want to go and go direct 6A here. You want to help build your team. You want to teach your lieutenants or partners how to do the same thing as you and become 6A. You develop 2 6As. Remember, we showed you the 2 1A position? Okay? You get 2 in separate legs. Help them go 6A, you become a 6A2. And that opens up a whole new world, which we will discuss later. But you want to go 6A. Now remember, I said you only get paid 8 points. But when you go 6A, that opens up a new world. That opens up new compensation. Because now you get an education bonus. When you get sales below your 8 points, you now get a $200 educational bonus. This particularly when you do a K8. Now other machines pay different amount. Just like up here on the chart, we're only talking about the K8. If you remember our lessons before, each machine paid a different commission point, okay? So keep that in mind. So your $200 educational point is what you get paid, and you use this money to help build your team, okay? So, what do the successful distributors, what are they doing? Well, they become a product of the product. That means they keep drinking the water. They show people, hey, listen, and what's amazing is you drink this water, it will change your life. It will improve your life. I can't tell you how in details. You need to learn and find out.
Right.
But this is what you need to do. You share the water. You do social media posts, live demonstrations. I know right now it might be a little tough, but live demonstrations help. You can do them online as well. You follow up. Make sure you follow up, because if you don't follow up, someone else will get them and sell them a machine. Duplication. Keep it simple. All right? Testimonials. When people start drinking this water, they love to share what the water's done for them. And event parties are always good to attend to. And training. Get good at being trained. Because if you are on the same page as we are, you'll do well in this business. So get trained properly and teach what you learn to your downline. Okay? Great. So, these are some of the reasons why people are succeeding. Remember, keep it simple. Right? Your target market. It's everyone. Everyone needs water.
Right.
Remember, everyone, 75% water, everyone needs water. Okay? So, don't ignore anyone. Share it with everyone. High power overrides components. Someone's missing the line. Taste, but that's okay. All right? We do have that unique compensation plan. Remember I told you from the very beginning. All right? Untapped market, and guess what? It's made in Japan. We got the only ionizer here in the U.S. made in Japan. And we're established globally. How can I say that? You know, we started over 20 years ago selling this product from Okinawa, Japan, and then selling it all over Japan the first 5 years. And then Mr. Oshiro said, you know what? I'm tired of American products. You know some of the network companies. Okay, I can tell you the ones that begin with an A or begin with an N, or you know the companies I'm talking about, right? Exactly. And he says, let's do the reverse. I'm going to let the Americans have an opportunity and chance to get healthier and wealthier. And he did. So in the past 20 years, we've expanded to 23 countries and 40 different locations in 20 years. I can say that. Only we can say that. So become a distributor. You know, you get great tax breaks as a home-based business builder. You get limitless earning opportunities, unique product and compensation plans. You work at your time, okay? And when is a good time? It's a good time today. The timing is now. This is your time. And welcome to the ENAGIC family.
All right. All right. There you go. Back to you, Sir Arthur.
Okay. Is Danny still with us? Danny?
Yes.
Hello? Is he still with us? Yeah?
Yes, he is.
Okay. What do you want to add on to that, Danny?
Well, I just want to say that I really like that PowerPoint. Do you think you could share that with me?
Yeah, I can make that available. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to make that available to everyone. So yes,
Well,
we'll get that PowerPoint out.
Yeah. So yeah, one of the things I wanted to say is that as many distributors there are out there are probably as many compensation plans as there are out there. We have a team of Vietnamese in the Dallas area that are going strictly on their 1A leg until they get to 6A. And so everyone participates in that and they grow their group that way. We have the Tom Sloan method where they go down to 20 people in their 1A leg and then they branch out on their 4A leg. So, you know, for the basics and the easiest way to learn would be to, you know, help your new distributors duplicate themselves. And after you've accomplished that, then open up your 2A position. Only after you've taught them how to duplicate themselves. Okay, and that's really important because if you can't duplicate yourself, then it doesn't really do any good to keep selling machines because that doesn't help you become a 6A2, a 6A2-2, or 2-3.
Duplication.
Yeah, I agree with that because we don't want you guys to become just a machine salesperson, you know, because then you would basically open up a Macy's or a Walmart or something like that. We want you to teach people about our system, teach people about our water, and build a team that's going to grow together. Because we know that in this business, that if you have a team effort, everyone will succeed. And that is really the whole premise of this. You know, of course, there's a lot of businesses out there that anyone can join and you could try and run by yourself, but running by yourself is not the way to succeed. You know, the only way you can really succeed in this business is team building. And it's taking the focus off of yourself. If you could focus on your downline, if you could focus on your team members, you will reap the benefit of success. It's kind of interesting. And, you know, one of your hosts is talking about God and blessings. And let me tell you, that's how God blesses our business, you know, because we always try to teach people, we always try to focus on everyone else. And that's how you succeed. It's like Danny mentioned the Tom Sloan method. Tom Sloan basically will, again, you get your 2 to get their 2. And then when they get 20 people in their group, then they will go and jump to 4A. And then when they jump to 4A, they start that all over again. And in their 4A group, they get new people in and they teach 2 to get there too and get another 20 people. You know, and what's amazing, when I talked to Tom about this, he's in Oklahoma, very successful 6A 2-2-2-3 right now. And he said, Arthur, we have people just focusing on the number 20, not 101. So if they focus on number 20, it's a lot easier. And if they build groups of 20s, then their people are focusing on groups of 20s. And next thing you know it, everyone has all these 20 groups, and you're already 6A, 6A2. And he went 6A2 within 6 months just doing this. Kind of neat, don't you think?
Yeah.
So as Danny said, there's many ways. You know, the video that you saw, my presentation is how the company builds. You know, it's created. You got your 1, 1, 3, 11, 21, 51, and 101. But there are so many different ways to use this. However, we do want you all to focus on the fact that you're not by yourself, and don't build it by yourself. Because building this by yourself, you're not going to make it.
You burn out.
When I first started working, and I would work with distributors who became 6As, because basically they sold 40 or 50 machines by themselves, and then they look back, they have no team. You know, because there's no I in team. And after they become 6A, they're like, how can I go 6A2? And I said, I'm sorry, you got to start all over again. You need to go back and build teams. So have you gotten the same experience, Danny, talking with other distributors?
Oh, yeah, of course. You know, I've had even 2-3 ask me, well, how do I get to that next level? And you know, we look at their chart and everything, and I go back and look at their 1A position, and you know, they have another machine out there. I'm like, well, what happened to this position here? Oh, well, you know, they told me to buy, you know, a machine, and that would get me halfway to my second sale. I'm going, great, but what happened to it? Well, nothing. They told me to become a 2A immediately. And then I asked them again, and what happened to this machine? Oh, well, we still use it. And I go, and yes, it's a business center. And had you equally focused on that position, you would be a 6A2, 2-2, or 2-4 if they're 2-3, because they've had the impetus, they've had the drive to build a successful 2-3 business, but why did they leave that one alone? Now they could have been a 2-4. So, you know, it's the back to basics. You know, we can't leave what we have out there alone. I mean, that machine, even though it may be used, is business-wise is dying a very lonely death. And, you know, we don't like things to be lonely, even if it's our machines, because that is the tool, and that is the qualification to do business, isn't it? I mean, in order for you to get into the business, you have to have a machine, right? Or you can start as a tokeray,
Right.
and you're selling machines. Eventually you get machines. But if that is, you know, one of the qualifications to do the business, then why are you getting the different business centers and not developing them?
Nice.
You know, makes a lot of sense to me too. And you know, we want people to, especially new distributors, we want you to learn that one, and you need to share the water. 2, you need to talk about it. Don't make it your best kept secret. Okay. I remember this one distributor. She called our office 5 years after she had seen this presentation. And apparently she had lost the information of the person who did this presentation. It took her 5 years to find our office, and she called our office and actually purchased the unit through the office because she didn't have a sponsor. Okay. And then I talked to her, and she was so excited. And so she went next door to her neighbor and said, I've got to share this great water with you. She goes, great. And she goes into her house, and guess what she finds out? Her neighbor has a machine. Her neighbor had the machine for 3 years and didn't talk to her next door neighbor. Yeah, right? Isn't that crazy? How could you have a machine and not share it? And she could have had her next door neighbor buy it, but she thought, you know what? I'm going to be healthy by myself. Isn't that sad? You know, so I want to let you guys know, you got to talk to everyone. You just don't know who your next opportunity is going to be. And you got to think everyone is going to be your next opportunity. Okay, this is how you build the business, one by one person at a time, and share with everyone, because everyone is going to love the opportunity. Okay.
That's true.
Is there any other question? Yes.
How many percent of the world is made of water?
You know, that's a great question. You know, over 70% of the world is made of water.
And how many percent of that 70% is potable water?
You know, drinkable water, you know, it's about 2% is fresh water.
And of that 2%, how many percent of the 2% can we actually drink?
You know, so basically it's, you know, less than 1% of all the water in the world is used for drinking.
Really? Now, how many days can we go without drinking water?
Well, last I checked, a few hours for me. But honestly speaking, 3 days. You know, your body starts shutting down after 3 days if you don't drink water.
Yeah.
So I would probably suggest that maybe every 3 days they go out there and try to save someone's life. What do you think?
Right, now that is a great idea. As a matter of fact, I would aim at people with kids, because they just found out that half of the kids in the United States are dehydrated.
Wow.
What do you think of that? Yeah. Half of the kids, okay, dehydrated. And, you know, and it's not like they're not drinking anything. They're probably drinking everything they can besides water. And most of the stuff that they're drinking ends up dehydrating them. So what are we doing?
Yeah, you mean like Texas water, right? Iced tea.
Right, exactly, right. You know, for every cup of iced tea you drink, Danny, do you know how many cups of water it dehydrates you?
No.
2 to 3.
Ooh.
So yeah,
Wow.
can you imagine that? I mean, you drink a cup of water, or I mean a cup of tea, and you think you're getting hydrated, and it's actually working against you, and it dehydrates you. Okay, and then imagine if it's coffee. Add another 1 or 2 cups of dehydration. Okay, so it's just crazy that, you know, what we think is, I remember, you know, before I got in this company, I thought if it was liquid, it's going to hydrate me. Wow, you know, I must have been going around 40 years of my life with a sign across my forehead saying, not smart, idiot, foolish, stupid, uneducated. You know, you're not being hydrated, Mr. Arthur Johnson. And then I got an education and learned about hydration, and wow, you know, most of my life I was dehydrated.
Me too.
So going back to the basics, I believe one of the basic things that you showed me, and I'm sure that you were shown, was a water demonstration. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, true.
And I remember that when you showed me that water demonstration in Manhattan, that I nearly cursed you, because from that point on, I couldn't buy a bottle of water anymore.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And then you quit drinking water on the airplanes too, right?
Yeah, something about Dasani and it being the most acidic water actually out there on the market. And that was one of the only waters that they served on the airplane.
Yeah, boy, it sure made airplane rides difficult.
No.
However, can I ask, do we have a video, a short demo video that you can show everyone? Is it possible?
Which? Oh, you mean the demo presentation with the drops and stuff?
Yeah, right. You know, not the real long version, but a shortened version of showing, you know, the pH, the acidity of the water. Do you have something like that?
Sharon, can you share from yours? Can you find one? I can't get out of where I am.
I can't screen share, I don't think.
Or anybody that is nearby to the machine that can just whoop up some water and
Yeah, that'll work out very nicely. Well, in the meantime, we'll continue on. But yeah, if someone can do a little quick demo, that would be nice.
You know what I'll do?
Especially,
I'll minimize the
Go ahead.
screen and I'll find one. You guys can continue talking, okay?
okay, great. Hey, Danny, would you mind continuing a little bit? I have to give something to Don Prosser real quick.
Yeah, not a problem. Okay.
Great.
So one of the things that that I had the opportunity to meet with was a young man near San Antonio who actually he graduated in nutrition. And one of the things that he wanted to do at one of our corporate meetings was he wanted to get his graduation certificate handed together with his 6A certificate. Now, most people, when they graduate university or college, they want to go in front of everyone and get their diploma. But this young man felt that he owed ENAGIC a little bit more than his university. And he had become a 6A in less than a year with just 50 people, because all of those people had a unit and an UKON. And because of the UKON that they had, and everyone knows that between 1A and 5A, that an UKON renewal counts towards the machine count. And so with 50 people in his organization, it was actually very easy for him to go 6A very quickly. And when he gave his story, and he was so well versed in the UKON, which was my specialty, I sort of felt useless because when he was done, he had told everyone everything I was going to tell him. And so when they brought me up to do my presentation, I said, I don't think I need to anymore because this nutritionist, who's now 6A, pretty much knew everything about UKON that I did. And he had to because he's a nutritionist. So one of the things that, everyone thinks about is, wow, should I get the UKON or not? What are the benefits? Well, if you knew what the health benefits were, you would jump on it right away without even the business aspect of it. It's like the all-in-one herbaceutical that would take care of a lot of your ailments in your body. And it's been used since Ayurvedic times. So it's been used as a food, a dye, and a herbaceutical for over 1,000 years. And I guess someone was drinking tea while we were starting. And some of you probably have the soap, which is really good for the skin. But I wonder how many of you actually are on the supplement.
I am.
And if you're on the supplement, then you also know that it's a business center. So are you putting your other sales underneath your supplement? These are good questions, right?
Great.
So again,
I have a question.
yeah, go ahead.
So for, of course, there's many ways, like you were saying, many ways to do the drawing your leg out and growing your business. But what about when you're building your binary? And I remember when I first joined this, and I was approached by others that were already in the network marketing, and they kept asking me, is your business a binary? Is your business a binary? I never understood what a binary was because ENAGIC was my actual first network direct sale business. So I didn't understand what binary was. And of course, when I first started, I had no idea. Most distributor who first get started, my experience, we don't even really dig into or explain the comp plan, right? So there's a DVD that comes, I get that you shows. How about people that are building the binary, but then one person stops and you know what I'm saying? Like some people take a break or stops, no more interest, and then you're helping them, and so I don't know how to ask that question. Maybe I'm asking it wrong. What do you do when that person stops?
Okay. So the one thing about ENAGIC that is, I mean, it's just really, really nice. And, they've kept up with the times as far as building business. You can actually sponsor someone underneath that person that stops.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, okay. So you can actually sponsor someone or sell a machine and sponsor them under the person who stopped doing the business.
Oh, yes, I remember that now. The enroller and the other, yeah. So you could be the enrollee and then okay, so we do that, we go back on that thing. So it would put them underneath that person that stopped, but you would still get the commission and all that growth. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, and the beauty about that whole thing is that now how to build a business. And if that person who's asleep never comes back, it's okay because you actually have another leader underneath the place that you want them to be.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that exciting?
It's very exciting.
I remember, being with this company before they had that, and I kept telling them, look, you guys really need to be able to do this in order for people to grow their business successfully and to be able to hit that 2-2, 2-3 for me.
Right.
Any other questions on that?
Does this?
Oh,
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Auntie, go ahead.
no. You have a follow-up question to that?
Yeah, so is this for every country because it's an ENAGIC system? So it's for Europe, every country. The compensation is the same for every country, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it can be done.
Now, I'm not sure about some countries. Okay. I would say for the majority of the countries the ENAGIC is in, it's fine. I think I heard one country that's not fine. I don't remember which one it is. But I'm almost sure it's one of our smaller markets. So most of our major markets, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question, Danny.
Go ahead.
Yeah, piggybacking on Betty's question, so you have levels happening already, right? And somebody just couldn't make it and has become FAO for a while. Let's say you have that person on your 4A leg, right? So somebody else is building underneath that FAO person who is under your 4A. Normally they would get 4 points, correct? But now because they're FAO, they will not be able to get any of that new commission from any new sale after they turn FAO. Where does that commission of 4 points go? Some distributors think it goes up to the people above them. I say, no, because the people above you only receive the number of points where they have placed somebody. They don't accumulate everybody else's commission, even if they are FAO. People think it goes up. So will you
Right.
explain what happened to those points from the FAO person?
Okay. So in one aspect, it does go up, but it doesn't go up to where they think it does. It actually goes up all the way to the company. And you know, someone who is not active in the business, they actually go to what I guess you would call a black hole. Okay. And the black hole, the black hole means that, oh, where did the money go to? It just disappeared. Well, it didn't disappear. It didn't just walk away. It actually goes to the company. And the reason why it goes to the company is because I'm sure everyone likes to have corporate meetings, correct? And I'm sure that, you know, when you're having a corporate meeting, you like to go to these hotels or venues. Well, what do you think pays for them? So what pays for them are these black hole accounts.
And not just that, Danny. Sorry, I'm back. But what you call black holes actually helps pay our uplines their commissions and bonuses too. And also it helps pay for these new programs like we have going on this month, where we're paying all this extra bonus and commission money to the 5As going 6As, 6As who sponsored them, and so forth. And so a lot of this money goes back to the field.
To the company, yeah. Okay.
Well, not just to the company, but to the field, to you guys.
It goes distributed, yes.
Right.
Thank you. That clears. I hope people are listening to this so that they don't suspect their sponsors above them getting what they've supposedly lost because they have stopped working or have not continued, you know. There is that impression. And so you clearing that up now publicly makes it really very helpful to all of us. Thank you.
Right. The only thing that really goes up is the UKON. Okay, the UKON has the roll-up program, but the machines do not.
Right.
Okay, so I have one last question. So FAO people, if they FAO, but there was originally under, let's say me, and the FAO, I can keep building under them as a binary.
Sure.
Okay, so let me say I have 2 6As, right? 1 6A went FAO. I can still build under this person with them not being there.
Actually, 6As cannot go FAO.
Huh?
Right.
What do
6As
you mean?
are not allowed to move their group. You cannot FAO a 6A.
Oh no, I thought FAO was when you're not doing the business and you just don't do it
Oh,
anymore.
For 2 years.
Okay, right.
For 2
Okay,
years.
so
Yeah.
if you have a 6A whose status is FAO and they're not
Right.
a free agent being moved, right? Yeah, sure, you can
So you can
enroll
still
someone
build.
underneath them.
Uh-huh.
You could, or support someone underneath them that is active.
Mhm.
All right, so let's say you've underneath this dormant or sleeping 6A, there's a 4A, right? That's very active. Well, you can go there and support that 4A, help them build their business till they go 6A, and then that becomes your direct 6A.
Okay, so when my 6A FAO, my 6A goes FAO, I continue to build under him or her, which once we reach to the next level of -2 or -3, that is a possibility. Even though that person is no longer physically under you, you can still build under their number.
Well, yeah, okay, so the person that's FA will not move up in their position. Okay, so let's say you have a 6A.
Their position. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, they cannot go 6A2, 6A2-2. Okay, so what you're going to have to do is you got to leapfrog past them and create a new leader underneath them. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes, I was trying to understand
okay. Yeah, so basically what's going to end up happening is one day the 6A that went dormant kind of looks around and sees they've got this huge organization underneath them. Okay, well, they just don't, just because they end up selling a machine doesn't mean they automatically move up in rank. Okay, because you built underneath them, but they can get their organization restarted again, and then they can move up a lot quicker had they not, been building the business already. But yeah, they can do that, but you can build underneath them and help the active distributors move on and let them become 2-2s and 2-3s. Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna ask my current friends that are here if they have any question. Talk where to me to quadra no to qua kk no they no me like shape and it no me to me na porque te corre la presume come say no w. Okay, thank you.
So, Arthur, Danny,
Yes.
one more question. All in connection to that, because we've opened a question that has a lot of branches. Okay, so you have a 6A that is an FAO, and this person totally has just not wanting to do
Disappeared.
disappeared,
Right.
and and we know from policies and procedures that they cannot be transferred to anyone once they're 6A, right?
Correct.
Isn't there also in our policies and procedures clauses that says the upper sponsor, whoever next above them, can somehow, is it buy off or assume, or I don't know the right terminology, forgive me if I can't quote it. Is there not something like that?
If someone owns a business, right?
Right.
Okay, a business center, they can sell it if they want.
So when you say sell, please elaborate, because it could be misconstrued in many ways.
Well, It's like,
Okay.
so, go ahead, Arthur.
Yeah. All right. Tomo and I were just talking about this yesterday, and apparently the company is coming in with different position as to what to do in situations like this. So we're just trying to clarify that. But up until recently, like a 6823 had the option of purchasing the 6A, that decides to go inactive or wants to sell their business, and the 6823 could purchase. Now, when we say purchase, we mean it. Purchase. They could make an offer, a monetary offer, like 1,000 or even 100, or whatever the distributor wanted for that business center, and the 6A23 could have taken over and did a name change. But now we're changing those policies, and so we're trying to figure out exactly where we're going to go and what we're going to do, and also see about what type of exceptions we can make.
Right.
So that's
so
where we
you're-
are right now.
Thank
But
you.
currently, take all your money you have and go and buy a 6A.
So you have that is cute. So you have to be at 6A2-3 to buy a business, 6A business, is it? Or you
Yeah,
can be also a 6A buying another 6A below you.
Okay, so the 6823 is the first one who has the choice. Okay, and if they say no, then it goes to the 682-2.
Okay,
And finally, it will go down to the sponsoring 6A.
gotcha. Shouldn't that be the other way around? Question, right?
No,
It
because
makes
the
sense.
2-3's been with the company longer.
I see. Okay. Maybe it will change someday. You never know.
Never know.
Right.
That's right. Never know.
You never know. Great questions, you guys. This is very, very fascinating.
So, yeah, I have a question. Sorry. I with the money commission, I know we get like the $50 1A, $100 2A. Is that the same thing? Is it other country, but which is the different money? It's the same thing, right? Because they get direct deposit. So how do they know when they're getting a direct deposit? How do they know what commission is that they're getting?
Because
that
it's on their
make
website, and it's in their contract.
No, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I
So,
asked the
for
wrong question.
example, I used to run Mexico. Okay.
Okay.
And so they were paid in pesos. Now they got paid a different amount. Okay, because with the fluctuating rates and everything, so we would set a certain amount in pesos. But here's the thing: the price of the machine was also lower too, because we worked with the different economies of scales. So according to the economy of scale of the place that we're doing business, we might lower the price of the machine, we might increase the price of the machine, but the amount that we pay for the point is about the same racially speaking, okay, by ratio, okay? So in Mexico, they sold, let's say we sold the machine and it was for 80 pesos, okay, for 1 point. And we convert that and let's say it's $34. Okay, I'm just throwing out a number. Well, what happens that if you're in the US side, even though if you sold that machine in the US, you might have made $50, you wouldn't get paid 50, you would get paid the converted amount of 34. Okay, because does that make sense? All right, because remember, the machine's being sold at a different price. All right. Now, I know that kind of doesn't sound fair, but do you guys know that in Japan, all the machines sells for $1,000 more in Japan than they do in the US? So if you know that, then you're going to think, wow, thank you, Mr. Oshido, for bringing the price down in the US.
Okay, because I'd rather spend $2,980 on an SD 501 than $3,980. Okay, so that being said and done, when you work according to the economy of scales. So in Japan, here's the thing: if you can sell a machine in Japan, they get paid more per point, and so when you get paid more than you would in the U.S. So that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Does that make sense?
that makes sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
That's cool.
Yeah,
If
it is
we
cool.
can have a pause right now, I do have a 4-minute video clip from Roger Godet. If we're still up to it,
For the demo.
the demo, yeah. Do you still want it, Arthur? She's funny, I know. That's our Betty. I'm telling you, if you have Betty with you, the day is not boring. So let me screen share. It's only a few minutes, so
Yeah,
let's do it.
please
Yeah.
do so.
Okay, it's Roger
Good.
Godet from Canada. It's a 1 cup demo, okay? So it's gonna be very interesting for everybody. I don't think a lot of you have seen this. So here we go.
Okay, so hey guys, here's another demo for you. This is called the 1 cup demo. This is amazing for beginners.
Up your volume, because that's it for me.
Kind of event where you're catching people on the way by, you want to show them Kangen water real fast. Maybe you're sharing water and people that come to your house don't have much time. They just have to pick up their jugs and go. This is something that's very fast, very efficient, and it shows them the power of your water and the acidity of other water. So here we go, 1 cup demo. I like to explain the pH chart, okay? So our body is trying to stay slightly alkaline at 7.45. Anything below that is acidic, and that's where diseases creep in, okay? So in those colors. Anything that's alkalizing is helping the body heal itself, okay? It's giving the body back its electrical charge. So I like to show the leading brands, okay? So Dasani, one of the leading brands of bottled water, biggest seller around the world. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put pH drops in here. Okay, this combination of phenol red and phenol blue, and this gives me the full color spectrum. Okay, where hot tub drops would only be 6 to 8 range, this is the full color spectrum. So sure enough, you can see Dasani's acidic to us, oxidizing our body, we lose our electrical charge, then we become sick. So what we do is, okay, if that's what our body has become, maybe let's try to help our body. So let's see if we can get it to alkaline with Kangen water. Sure enough, we can, right? So again, we just shot right up. We're going to help our body heal itself. The body is going to do all the work for us. We're just giving it what it needs. So if you decide you're going to cheat, let's see what a little bit of pop or soda could do. Okay, so I'll put in a cap, a little bit more in the cap, and you can see right away it just shot to winning to the orange, 2.5 to 3, very acidic for our body. So again, we just dumped and we just ruined what we created with the Kangen water. And even if you think, well, I just fixed myself like I did with the Dasani, let's see if we could do that. Nothing is happening. It takes about 32 to 36 glasses of Kangen water to neutralize 1 glass of pop. Okay, so that's how acidic those other drinks are. So making your body alkaline is beneficial. So now what I do is I dump this, and I'm going to show you the oil test. Okay, our machine makes other waters, and one of the massive waters is the 11.5. So I just take a little bit of sesame oil, okay, just pure sesame oil. And you were taught in school, oil and water don't mix, okay? So sure enough, let's see, right? Whoops, oil and water don't mix. You can see it came up to the top. Well, our unique water that we use for cleaning and degreasing and doing our really fast at doing it. So hopefully I taught you something today, and show them this. Almost a sale every time. Okay. Good luck.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
Okay, I like
4
that.
minutes.
There you go.
Awesome.
Pretty cool. The 1 cup demo.
Mm-hmm.
So, pinili po namin yung mga drinks na walang kulay.
Okay, something is talking in the background. Hold on, guys. Continue talk. Sorry, okay. Got it.
So, ang una po natin gagawin ay
And I will kill it.
Sprite. So, lahat po ng mga soft drinks is represented by Sprite.
Sorry.
So, makikita po
In Tagalog too. The Filipinos are having a party.
They always have a party.
It isn't that true. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry for that.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to teach you guys how to do business with Filipinos. Okay. When I first started working this business, JV was only a 2A. Okay. And JV invited me to his house in California, and he said, "Arthur, come on over. We're all having lunch." And I said, "Oh, okay, cool." So I figured I'm going to have lunch with them and then do the demo. And he goes, "No, Arthur, you're going to do the demo and everyone's going to be doing the lunch." I said, "Huh, okay." So it was a nice, beautiful California day. All the windows were open, all the doors were open, and I said, "Okay, everyone." So I started doing the demo, and I'm like, "JV, is anyone listening?" Because, "Yeah, trust me, Arthur, I got this." And I'm like, "Okay." So I'm doing the demo, and I'm trying to figure out if anyone's paying attention. And so I do the whole thing, the whole spiel, and then when I finished, everyone said, "Thank you very much." And I said, "JV, was that okay?" It didn't seem like anyone was listening. Everyone was stuffing their face and drinking away. And he goes, "No, Arthur, I got it. I said, "Okay." So now everyone's finished eating and they start doing this. Their head starts bobbing up and down because they're kind of getting real sleepy, right? And then he goes to them and he has the paperwork, says, "So did you like what you see?" Yeah. And he goes, "Do you think you need one of these?" And their heads bobbing up and down. Yeah. Okay, sign right here. And they would sign and didn't know that what they were signing. And when we were through, he sold 7 machines. And then when they got up and left, they like, "What just happened?" That's why you got to feed them, because they're always bobbing their heads up and down saying, "Yep, okay." So, okay.
It's all
Hey.
about food.
Arthur, I'm going to answer this question here on the chat.
Okay.
It's from Jenny Mortera. That's what it looks like. So the new distributor who bought UKON DD will maintain his SP for how many days, and would like to ask also if it counts as 3 sales after completing the auto ship. Okay, so it's not days, it's months. Your SP qualifications will last until your next renewal. So 4 months or 3 months, 4 months, 4 months.
4 months.
4 months, right? Okay, 3 months if you want to throw in a little bonus for Danny, but 4 months for everyone else. So 4 months, and does it count? You asked that question. Does it count as 3 sales till you finish your auto ship? Well, here's the problem. If you stop the auto ship, even though it becomes a permanent center, and yes, it does count as 3 sales, it becomes like a machine, and you are no longer SB qualified if you don't continue your UKON, unless you make a machine sale. So, we need to get everyone to start thinking properly on this. They're not putting out the correct information. The correct information is once you start the UKON and on the auto ship, stay on there.
Right.
Okay, because if you think about it, the more times you renew it, every time you renew the year,
you've got 3 more machines count up until your 5A.
Yeah.
But then it also keeps you SP qualified. And so if you sell a machine and you feel like you're $50 short because you didn't get SP point, it's because you stopped your UKON auto ship or you didn't sell the machine in 6 months. So those are the consequences. Anyway, it's good for 4 months, not 3. 4, 3 for me, 4 for everyone else. And then, you either sell a machine to be SP qualified or you just continue to be on auto ship. Or you could get the new UKON Sigma pack, which is good for 1 year, and that would take care of it every year.
Right. Yeah, I have
And
one.
also,
I'm sorry.
I'm
I
sorry.
have one UKON position. I'm sorry, Arthur. And it just kept doing what it's doing, and it has reached it 4A now by its own without me even thinking about it, It's
Wow.
very cool.
Right. Now,
Yeah.
let me ask you a question. Are you taking the UKON?
Yes. All the 3
And
products in UKON, I have it. I am a living, example of my own product, really.
right.
That's why her
and
face times. She looks so young.
right. Yeah, she does,
68,
doesn't she?
guys. And I announce it to the world, 68.
No, you're not.
No way.
Yes,
No,
too.
48, right?
Thank you.
I had
I'll
her.
take that.
I had her
But
around
sorry.
48, 68.
Yeah,
Yes.
no way. Hey,
Way.
Danny, we need to
Our
we need to
products
take more
work. Our
UKON.
products work. I mean,
Wow.
cellular hydration, guys. It reverses the aging process. It slows down for real. I mean, I'm so
Oh, okay. Bring yourself
sorry,
real
I'm
close to the
bragging.
camera.
Yeah. Get closer to the camera so we can take a real close look there.
Oh, looks pretty good.
Wow. Wow.
Anyway, so okay,
Man.
it's not about me, yeah? Okay, sorry. I'm just having fun here, but it's true.
No, but you know what? If you look at Mr. Oshido, right? He's going to turn 80. And boy, doesn't he look good?
He said
Mr.
he'll be
Oshido.
until 120. He said he will be,
Of course. Absolutely. And I believe it too. Okay. I really do. He takes a lot of the UKON. He drinks a lot of his water, of course. But and we all know people with stories about the UKON and how beneficial the curcumin is to their lives. So I know people think, well, I take it, I'm going to get my SP point. But you know what? More than the SP point, it works. It really works. I don't know any other turmeric product out there that people will say works as good as ours.
Correct.
And Danny, you would know because you're a supplement guy. And right?
I have a
mean,
question.
you've been in the supplement. Yes.
Okay, so just to make it clear, if you're having a UKON auto ship every 4 months, it's within a year is 3 sales in your organization, right? It helps with the sales organization, right?
Yes.
Yes. Up until their 5
on
days.
an auto ship. Yeah, on an auto ship. Now, if you buy for the whole year, the UKON 1 year supply with they send you the whole year supply, it's less expensive. But is that considered 1 sale or 3
One.
sales?
One.
Thank you. Just want to clarify that. Thank you.
Yes, and you actually make more money in commission by putting it on the regular UKON DD program because it comes out to $120 as opposed to the UKON Sigma, which is only $100 for the whole year. Per point.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So some people get, like, from my organization, they got a little confused. Like, if they were to buy the full year, it's less expensive, and they were thinking they're going to get 3 sale because there's 3 boxes, right? But the disadvantage of having the whole year is less expensive, but only 1 sale.
That's correct. You're
compared
right.
to the auto ship. Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I have a question. So I was told that the 3 sales, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I was told that the 3 sales are 0.33 and you need all 3 to add together to equal 1 machine sale. Is that
What's
not
your rank?
true?
What's your rank?
I'm
Say.
almost at say.
She's 6A.
You're 6A? Okay, see, after 5A, it counts as 0.33.
Okay.
Okay, and then when you want to, get the 6A bonus,
Bonuses.
then you had the bonuses, then it's 3 for 1.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Gotcha.
Unless
Okay.
you do the Sigma, which is then just 1.
Yeah, I have the Sigma. That's what I've always gotten because I didn't realize about the DD. So thank you for explaining that.
Sure, you're welcome. And what a beautiful house you have in the background.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Where are you?
I'm in New Hampshire. We're just north of Boston. So we have a lot of
Oh,
snow outside right now. We got
I
about
was
a
going to
foot out
say,
there.
yeah, I was going to say a lot of snow and burr.
It is chilly. I'll come to California any day.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, we're in Texas. I'm in Texas right now, and it's burr over here too. We're at 25 degrees right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and next Monday we're at 0.
Ooh.
It's gonna
Brutal.
be unbelievably cold. Brutal.
Yeah.
Definitely brutal.
So,
Yeah.
one
But-
thing that
yeah.
the people up north should know is that when you're, and I'm going to answer this chat in a second, but when you're running your water, don't run it completely cold out in the cold countries. Make it a little bit warm so that it
Right.
operates better.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? So my machine is just to a cold water line and our water is like ice. So that's hurting it. I mean, my ORP reads like negative 950.
Oh, okay. Well,
You
I mean,
get negative 950 in
that's great.
freezing cold water. That's unbelievable.
What does the cold do?
Yeah.
What's the,
Well, it actually, the machine, because it's manufactured in Japan and it's built for the Japanese climate and the water, that's why some places need to add minerals or take away minerals, but it is set for a standard temperature. And so lukewarm water is actually the best temperature to run your machine in to get the optimal ORP and
Huh.
pH. But if you're getting negative 950,
I have hard water.
is this during the summertime or winter time?
So that was, so I've tested it in the spring. So I will say it was
Uh-huh.
spring, but the water is still cold. I mean, the water is cold here year round.
Right.
Like it never, like I went to
Sure.
Florida. I went to the Orlando store in Florida when we were traveling and I filled up and I was like, this water is hot. I was like, what is
Hot.
wrong with like this water? And then I realized, oh yeah, like the water's so much warmer in other places.
Okay, I'm sorry, I gotta jump in and answer this chat here. Okay, the question is, if I get UKON DD, will I get 3 points, which I need to move to 3A? Oh, and someone tried to answer it. But if you stop before you get 3/4 done, all your points get subtracted. Oh, very good. Someone's on the ball here. Commissions
That's me.
to
I was answering him.
all the where are you? So we'll make sure you have at least 3/4 complete. Okay, very nice. Good answer. So yes, make sure that you complete your whole set there. And then before you move your UKON to your 3A position, don't cancel the first one until you definitely get a number for your second one, and then cancel the first one. Because if you don't do that, then all of a sudden your SB points become 0 real quickly.
Yes.
So as soon as you cancel your UKON, your SB points immediately go zip. Okay, so Happy's iPhone,
I hope we answered your question. You
Can
want
I
the 3 points? Yeah, go ahead.
can I ask a question? What if a distributor, new buyer, bought a machine from a totally different team and different country? The new buyer don't want to continue working with them and they want to join another team. Will it be possible, like mislead information, not supportive? Now this new buyer, new distributor want to do business. Actually, she bought the machine to do business, but she's been misled on the sale and not supportive. So, but she's seen as another team which is active and she willing to join. Can they do it? And how long they need to wait to do any transferring the team and all? How it work?
Arthur?
Okay. Yeah.
Good.
So here's the answer to your question. All right. First of all, it's unfortunate they got misled. All right. But it happens. People are people no matter where they are in the world. But looking for the person that you're working with, okay, she wants to move her team or move herself because she's just starting the business, correct? Well, first of all, according to company policy, she's got to wait 6 months.
Right.
Okay, before she can, she's got to officially quit and wait 6 months before she can join again. All right. Now, if she's married, then her spouse can go ahead and sign up under another group, and then she could work with him. And in the meantime, officially send the I quit for her other position. Okay. And then later, if she wants to do a name change with her spouse or actually just work it together, they can do it that way. All right. That is basically the official position that we have. Now, if she sponsored anyone, she can't take them with her. And if she doesn't want to buy another machine, that's okay. She doesn't need to. She could tokare or do the Samaritan plan. Okay. And that way she can start sponsoring people, build the business. She's already got a machine. Okay. And then the tokare will actually help her get another machine in the future. So maybe she wants an Anespa or a Junior 4 or whatever the case is. Does that answer your question?
Sir, thank you very much. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Good.
I have a question. Hi, Arthur.
Go ahead. Hi.
Oh, hey,
Hi, this is Phoebe from San Diego. Nice to see both of you.
thank you.
But I have a question about the tokare. So the tokare could decide to either buy a machine, get UKON or an Anespa? That was my question.
Yeah, so the tokare cannot do the
UKON.
UKON DD, okay, but it
Okay.
can do the Sigma. All right. So you can do however, even with the UKON Sigma, the monthly payments are affordable. That normally what we would like to see is someone do it with an Anespa or any other machine. Okay. And so it doesn't have to be a Super 501 or a K8. It could be the Junior 4 or an Anespa. And I always tell people, and as a matter of fact, it's kind of where the position we take corporately is that when you do the tokare, do it with the lowest machine or the cheapest machine. And the reason why is that later, if they change their mind and they want to upgrade, they can upgrade anytime with a tokare, but you cannot downgrade. So you cannot say, I want to tokare with a K8, and you've all of a sudden you've have enough money to actually buy a Junior 4, and you want your machine, you want to drink the good water right away, and we tell you, no, you can't. You got to pay the difference, or you can convert it to a finance plan. Whereas if you were to start with the Junior 4, which is a lot easier and more affordable, you can actually attain your machine sooner than later. That makes sense?
Yes, so my question was just, having a tokerate, they could decide either, see this tokerate, the mom already purchased a machine, so they really don't need another machine in their home. So when you said that, I was going, oh, okay. So they could get an ANASPA or a Sigma UKON. So
You said
Where-
they already own a machine?
no, when she started as a tokerate, she sponsored
Right.
her mom. So her mom,
Okay.
of course, being
Right.
at home. So I
Okay.
thought that a tokerate would only be able to get a machine, but when I heard you mention it could be either an ASPA or a UKON,
Oh, sure.
I just wanted to verify that.
Right. Unfortunately, the person that tokerate, what did she tokerate for? What machine?
It was
She's
like,
already
It's on the contract.
it's on the
right.
contract.
right.
So
And
whatever
she
the
can't change that.
okay.
Yeah, she won't be able to change that unless it's an upgrade. Okay, let's say she did it with a K8. There's no way she's going to be able to change that and downgrade it. Okay, so if she did a Junior 4, she can change it anytime. Okay, she can change it. I believe, which is cheaper, the Anespa or the Junior 4? I think the
level
Junior
up
4 is. So then,
Right, 29.
well, the Level Lock R is no longer right. Unfortunately, the Level Lock R is no longer going to be sold. You know, we put it out of production, which is too bad because that's one of my favorite machines.
Bummer.
Yep. Yeah, I think so too. Big bummer.
Yeah. All right, thank
So
you.
that answers your question. Yep, you're welcome. Thank you. Nice seeing you.
I know. Nice seeing both of you.
Hi, Danny. I have a question.
Okay.
So with the UKON, so it's advised for a 6A to have the Sigma rather than the DD?
Okay. It sort of depends on what the 6A wants to do. You see, if I were a 6A, I would take my UKON as the DD and build underneath it. You see, by building underneath the UKON, because why get an UKON if you're not going to buy the business? I mean, start a new leg, okay? Because some of them say, oh, no, you just do it to be SB qualified. Well, that to me is like, duh, I don't think so. Because again, like I said earlier today, if you're going to get a product of ours, that means that you also have a chance to grow a business under it. So if you're gonna grow a business underneath your UKON, then start off with a DD because it's a 1A. And that means from 1A to 5A, every year you could get 3 machine counts. You understand? Now, if you're not going to build a business underneath the UKON, then I mean, personally, I would just buy it from someone else that, you know, and you could support your downline and buy, you know, boxes from them because you're not going to do the business, but they are.
That's why I asked that question because I already have the UKON DD. So
Great.
I just continue with the UKON DD then because it's
are you-
already like a 5A, I think.
Oh my gosh.
So leave
Yeah.
it there, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when that becomes a 5A, if you want to change it into a, you know, a Sigma at that time,
A Sigma.
then
That's
go
okay.
ahead. But I wouldn't do anything until, you know, it's
Okay.
definitely a 5A.
Because it's
Yeah.
been there. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, great job.
Thanks.
You'll be a 6A2 before you know it.
I hope. And I
Okay.
will.
You will. Absolutely. If you're selling, UKONs underneath, the DD, I mean, everyone will be rank advancing along with you, and you're setting yourself up for success. So I would say keep up the good job.
I have a quick question. So my UKON currently, I have the Sigma that it's under my 5A leg, but then to renew, I'll be renewing as a 6A. Should I go to the DD or just say it the Sigma, or it stays in my 5A leg, right? Even when I'm renewing, or is it a brand new leg every year? Like, how does that work?
Oh, okay. So here's the thing is that what I would do if you're a 5A now?
So yeah, I'm like a sale short of the 6A.
Okay. So can you become a 6A with your UKON?
Can you rank up with
Well,
UKON?
I
My
mean,
understanding was you couldn't.
what, on your 101st
With
sale? Why not?
Right.
Are you like at your 101st sale right now?
I'm really close. I'm within a couple.
Okay, so right now you're still a 5A. Okay, I would say keep up with the UKONs, DD that you're on. And then what is the rank of your UKON DD?
So my UKON, so I bought it expires in like March. So it's
Okay.
under my 5A. So I'm just wondering, as it becomes 6A, what
Don't
does that
lose it.
become a new leg? Like when I buy
No.
it again, or is it just renewing under the 5A?
Oh, okay, now I need you to answer my question. Have you put
Okay.
any sales underneath your UKON? Yeah.
No.
Oh my gosh, you're killing me. You're killing me. All right, let's think of this, okay? Let's say that you only need 3 more sales to become 6A. All right? If you put those sales underneath your UKON DD, which is a 1, and put it underneath the 1A position in your UKON, you'll get 1 point from the UKON and 5 points because you're a 5A. You'll already start making 6 points.
Right.
I mean, let's think about this. And I'm going to make you cry. Are you ready? You've made 47 sales underneath your 5A. Had you put those 47 sales underneath your UKON position, your UKON would be close to becoming a 5A now. Plus, 47 times 1 point is a lot of money. Would you agree?
But so when I renew though in March, is that
No,
then go under the 6A, or does it stay under the 5A position?
no, stays under the 5A position.
Okay. So I'm Sigma, so then I should really go to DD then, if it's gonna stay under the 5A, correct?
Oh, well, I mean, how many renewals?
Did you have to renew every year, correct?
How many times have you renewed your Sigma?
I never have. So my first time buying was last March.
Yeah, in that case, I would just turn it into the DD. Absolutely. But
And I could get
wait till,
three machines.
but you know what? Wait till you become a 6A and then go ahead and get it in, to the DD underneath your 6A position. This way
But
you
then
can
you
get
said-
7 points.
But then you said as a 6A, you only get 1 machine sale, but up to 5A, you
No.
get 3 machine sales. No?
No.
I
It
misunderstanding?
depends. Yeah,
Okay.
it depends if you get a Sigma or DD.
Okay.
When you go for your 6A-ness,
Okay.
then it's 3 for 1 on the DD. But when you are a 6A and you want to get an UKON DD, then that UKON DD is a 1A. Do you understand? Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Maybe.
all right. Let me clarify this. Okay. So if you're going to go, let's say you're already a 6A, all right? And then you're going to sponsor yourself again. Under your 6A leg, you get an UKON DD, which is a 1A plus it's under your 6A spot. So any sales you get 7 points. Does that make sense? So you're basically building another business center and you're starting brand new. Now, if you were just going to sponsor, get an UKON Sigma to promote yourself, then you're going to basically, let's say this is your 101st sale, right? Then you get the UKON Sigma, all right? And you take the UKON Sigma, make yourself a 6A. And then you can use that later and build underneath that business position. Okay, because to go 6A, you're going to need a Sigma as opposed to a DD. Prior to that, you could just do the DD. Okay. That makes sense?
We've confused her.
Hello?
Well, all right, look, if I were you and you need 3 more sales, I would put your 3 sales underneath your UKON Sigma, because then you'll start making an extra point. Okay, you got it? Hello? Are we there?
Multiple has a question.
Okay.
Multiple
Cái nó đi tao lỡ úc con này bà. Cái đi tao bụi bụi tên này sơ blon là bầm lùi là tao blon à đô. Con đi đèn bụi bụi tên này sơ phá bà. Cái tên ở bên tên là hiệp bà sơ bà để úc con là khăn hiệp bà bao nhiêu sơ ngà bà tên này. Đi tao à phơi thọ thui phơi nè.
Mẹ.
Nè à cái hiệp mà bây giờ con đi đèn nè. Cái đi tao bụi bụi tên này sơ phá nè mà tên này đập blon đi xe nè.
Okay, so the multiple ask is the every year, as long as you keep that number, your UKON number activated and do the auto ship, you are the system is set up to give you three sale under you until you get 6A, right? Or does that go beyond?
Until you're 5A. Until 5A.
Sorry.
Yes.
And then once you're in 5A, you go to 3 to 1, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, then let me explain to you real quick. Demi multiple aware as long the meter petune aware con poman lo. Couple of the petune at the poman lava. The third. How about okay? Asan your the auto ship ne aware get out this na nogi o na pano sales penite na taking on the money sales a plus third color but the auto ship ne. Okay. After 1 year being on UKON, some is it correct that you can, if you don't want to do auto ship because you want to open another auto ship lane, after 1 year, it's like you're secure with that number. You can keep growing that, right? As long as I mean, if you don't have the auto ship, you won't get the sales. But if you have the number,
right.
But the number can stay there and can grow it.
Yeah, just like a machine. Absolutely.
Before 1 year or after 1 year?
After 1 year.
So before 1 year and you cancel the number and the auto ship is completely done, right?
No. Oh, okay. You can put other businesses underneath the UKON DD immediately. Okay. And get that extra point. However, if it's not there for at least a year, that position disappears completely. It's like it never existed.
Okay, then we move to about name patuwi ne awati thought patuwi ne cancel ne at the maraba name higa ne poma ne company ne elona lucky hina third tabula
Tila awati la fa e ne na
me la fa e name fa e pass na that's the UKON in one sale third hipo couple third so the mat equal one sale. Let me make it get up. So it's the 5A only to 50. So once you're in 50, every UKON sale is 3-to-1 or only to 90?
3-to-1.
Once you get to 50 or 90, 3-to-1.
No, so when you get to 51, it goes
Huh?
3-to-1, not 90.
Oh, I was taught back in Seattle office at one of our 6A meeting, and I think Auntie Kemi was there too. Once you get to 90, unless something has changed, once you get to
Nope.
90, the last 10 UKON is 3-to-1.
51.
Wow.
51.
Okay, thank you.
As soon as you become 5A.
Okay, so day after 51 ne, nakomilan kasara ora UKON athone, keda the UKON make 1 sales.
Man,
Eh. Okay, tablet, thank you.
You're welcome.
Jenny, another question. The
Uh-huh.
thing is, if you have distributors, if you build that UKON, for example, it's in the 2A, and you build it there, your UKON is in the 2A. You're on UKON DD. So if you change it to just one, to the sigma, or if you stop that auto ship, then you lose everything that's in that line, right? Or I confused you.
I'm so
okay.
confused. No.
Okay, the 2A, the UKON is in your 2A, and then you build the 2A.
Okay.
And if
So
you stop that UKON DD, then everything that's on that 2A is gone, right?